All right, let's look at today's question. Is there both good and bad manipulation? This is an interesting question because I get regularly accused of teaching manipulation simply all the time, simply because my specialist area is influence and persuasion in luxury consumers. And I think that's primarily because people fundamentally misunderstand what manipulation actually is. Now, of course, honesty is an important universal value and something that we always look for in sales professionals, in business associates, in work colleagues, and in friends, right? I think because many people tend to associate the idea of manipulation with dishonesty or the negativity. The concept often tends to generate immediate negative connotations, such as people trying to take advantage of us or pressuring us into doing something that we have no desire to do. And I think for this reason, a lot of people consider manipulation itself to be a bad thing. Now, strictly speaking, though, manipulation simply means the ability to handle a situation or a person in a skillful or clever manner, which isn't in itself necessarily inherently negative, is it? Manipulation, in the sense of influencing the thought patterns of others, is therefore really morally neutral, really, isn't it? You can use this skill or this knowledge of persuasion for either good or bad purposes. And don't forget that manipulating is also a very natural part of what it means to be human. We do it all the time. But very importantly, most of us, the majority of us, don't do it with ill intent. The manipulation only becomes negative and immoral when there are devious intentions behind it, the kind of intentions that are designed to exploit and control others for the manipulator's own ends. Of course, this type of manipulation entails using deceptive tactics to alter people's perception of things for abusive purposes. And this also entails the use of cunning means to get people to do the kind of things that they really don't actually want to do, simply so that the manipulator can get their own way. But don't forget, manipulation can also be a positive action when it entails not only motivating or encouraging people to do the things they already desire to do, but also to do the kind of things which are actually mutually beneficial for both the party doing the convincing and influencing, as well as the party being convinced and influenced. And in this way, manipulation can also be used to promote positive changes. Think, for example, of the last time you went on a first date or to a job interview. You changed your behavior, didn't you, to show your most desirable traits and attributes? And I hate to break it to you, but that's manipulation. Is it negative and harmful? No, you're simply trying to influence the other person's perception of you in the most positive way. So in other words, yes, there are such things as good and bad manipulation. But whenever we judge the use of manipulation, we always need to take a close look at what exactly the intent of the person doing the persuasion is, because it's the intent behind the influence that will reveal whether the form of manipulation being employed is actually good or bad, positive or negative, moral or immoral. I'll leave you with something to think about before I let you go, and it's this. If I know you better than you know me, I can influence you. But if I know you better than you know yourself, I can control you. How's that for evil Bond villain?